Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to show you a couple of projects I'm working on for this year. This is a frame of a 1975 Schwinn Sprint. You guys might be familiar with this. It's an unusual bike. You don't see a lot of these. They only made them for 2 years. This right here is the 1975 version. Difference is they had the logo like this. They had Schwinn and then they had Sprint here on the top too. What's cool about these, it's a short wheelbase frame. If you can see, the seat tube has got that cool curvature to it, which the wheel tucks in there. So this came out in 74 and 75. They came out in 3 colors initially, in the opaque blue, yellow, and red. And then they added some colors. This was a silver mist color here in 75. So I was looking for a complete bike and I could only find a frame initially. So I bought it and got a pretty good deal on it, and I bought all the components to go with it, so I have everything to go. What was really unusual about this bike, because of the spacing right there, Schwinn decided to weld the kickstand on the bottom bracket, which is, I think looks horrible. But that's where they put it, and it works. But I would have just done this without a kickstand at all, just like the Paramounts. That would have been definitely better. So after I found this bike, I kept my search, and then I did find a complete 1974. So here she is, the 74 Sprint. As you can see, there is that seat tube. This bike has everything that came with it originally, and I got it at a really good price. These things can go as high as $800. I got this for like $125 on an eBay listing. I was the only bidder, and I got lucky and got it. But this bike's pretty complete, and it's in pretty good shape for the year. So you can see, here's how that bottom bracket looks, and you can see how the tire here tucks right there, so they wouldn't have space to put it. But these bikes are basically a Continental with a curved seat post, or seat tube I should say. They got the same handlebar alloy and same stem. They got the same tubular fork with same chrome molding, center pull brakes, and same one-piece crank, the same pedals, and rear derailleur. So basically it's a Continental with a shorter frame. And this is the opaque blue, and it's definitely a nice example of a rare bike that you don't see a lot of these, so I was very lucky to be able to find one. I'm going to go to the catalog and show you the bike and how it was listed back in 74. And here it is, the Schwinn Sprint as it appeared in the 1974 catalog. It was featured as a new frame design with that seat tube having that curvature on it, rear wheel being tucked in, and it gave it a little bit higher performance feel. However, appearance wise, didn't seem to really catch on. After 2 years they discontinued the design. It appears to be a Continental basically, with all the same features, same one-piece crank, derailleurs, handlebar, as well as the colors that they offered. And this year they offered the blue as pictured here, along with the cool lemon and the opaque red. So the other one that I have the frame to, I'm going to paint in that opaque red. It's a pretty cool color. But again, this bike had all the features that you saw on the Continentals. Came in 2 frame sizes only, 22 and 24 inch frame. So I'm going to go back and show you all the components that I got already online, and we'll get the bike going. So I'll probably start on this one first. This one's pretty much a complete bike. So he's going to go ahead and replace the bar tape, all the cabling, inner and outer cables, and do the basic tune-up, all the bearings, clean up all the brakes. So basically make it look as good as new. As far as the paint, I'm just going to do some touch-up on it. I'm going to keep it as original as I can. So I'm going to get the touch-up paint to go with that opaque blue. It's got some nicks and dings all over the place, which is normal of a bike from 1974. But again, the chrome on this is pretty clean, so that should really clean up well. And that derailleur, I have actually replaced one so I can put on it, but I might just keep it as is. So this will be the bigger challenge. And again, I started out with a frame, and I was able to go on a hunt and find every component. Here's the fork, So first thing I had to do was replace this chrome molding on it. Found that, so that was cool. Found a one-piece crank in good shape that'll go on there. I found the brakes, center pull brakes, in really good shape. And there's this Schwinn oval badge. It was missing, so I was lucky to be able to find one as clean as this one was. And I was able to also get the hangers in perfect condition as well for the cables. Found the handlebar with stem, as well as the brake levers. Got your front and rear cables, dual stick shifters, and I will put the red gum brake pads on it versus the black. I was able to find the actual color of these that this bike came with in basically brand new condition. This is old new stock, and as you can see, these bikes came with the gold trim on the brakes. So I wanted to try to make it as authentic as possible, so I found this. So I'll replace these, and these are kind of beat up anyways, so these will look really nice on the bike. Found the derailleurs, and this one is really clean, still has the S logo on it. So there's the rear and front, that is the period correct ones as well. And then the rims, I was able to find the quick release hubs. However, these rims actually go on the 74 Latour. So these are the Araya rims. They're also steel. They're a little different than the S6 rims that came on the Continentals and on the Sprint. As you can see, it's slightly different. Here's what the S6 looks like. So that was the only thing I couldn't get a good clean combination of the quick release S6 in good shape. I just could not find one, and I thought these were really clean for a good price, and they'll look just as good, so I'll do those. So able to find the correct saddle, as well as all the little accessories that go with it. Reflectors. And then here's the kit I was able to find for the logo. So again, this bike's going to be restored as a 74. Found the C2 decal, the star logos that go on the fork, as well as the down to Schwinn Sprint logo. And again, these bikes in 75 came with this logo. This was the first year they introduced. Or actually, all bikes came with the Schwinn logo there, and then the name of the bike up here. So that's how it came. And I prefer the 74 badging, so that's what I'm going to do. And again, so this bike's going to be the red, and then I'll have the blue. And those are the two colors they introduced in 74 along with yellow. So again, it's a big project. Can't wait to get started on it. And it did take a while to get all these parts. And believe me, these bikes are cheaper to buy as a whole than buy them in pieces. So hope you guys stay tuned for the project, and I look forward to having these two bikes done this year.